Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Grammar Fun. My name is Jaya and we will be learning grammar together. Let us continue the story of chapter 12, The Conceited Python. Oh, how tiresome you are, grumbled grandmother. Lock the thing in the bathroom, go find the man you brought it from and tell him to come here and collect it. So now grandmother wanted to change grandfather's mind. She said, see how tired you are. You do something, you lock the snake in the bathroom, then you go find the man. You bought this snake from and just tell him to come here and take it and go. And so, in my awestruck presence, grandfather took the python into the bathroom, placed it in the tub. After closing the door on it, he gave me a doleful look. So, grandmother was very surprised kind of situation. So, grandfather took the python into the bathroom. He put the python in the tub and closing the door, he just gave her a doleful look. Perhaps grandmother is right this time, he said. After all, we don't want the snake to get hold of Toto. It's sure to be very hungry. So, grandfather also said, like, say, maybe grandmother is correct this time. After all, we don't want any trouble. We don't want the snake going and eating Toto because the snake is always hungry. Grandfather hurried off to the bazaar while grandmother paced up and down the veranda. When he returned, looking shamefaced, we knew he hadn't been able to find the snake charmer. So, after locking the snake, grandfather he went to the bazaar. Grandmother was very tense, walking here and there on the veranda. So, when grandfather returned, looking shamefaced, he was looking as if very shameful. So, from his face, we came to know that he couldn't find the person, the snake charmer. Well then, kindly take it away yourself, said grandmother. Leave it in the jungle across the riverbed. So then what did grandmother say? So see, you didn't find the snake charmer, so you do something. You take it and put it away yourself. You can take it to the other side of the riverbed. There is a jungle over there. You can go and put the snake over there. All right, said grandfather. He marched into the bathroom, followed in single file by me, grandmother, the cook, and the gardener. So the grandfather said, okay, fine, fine, I will go and put it in the jungle. So he went to the bathroom and he was followed by actually the narrator, then grandmother, then the cook, and the gardener. So all in a single line. Grandfather opened the door and stepped into the room. I peeped around his legs while the others stayed well behind. We couldn't see the python anywhere. He's gone, announced grandfather. So grandfather opened the bathroom door. He went inside the bathroom. The narrator peeped around from his legs. Narrator is small, so looked around. All the others were staying very back behind. We couldn't see the python anywhere. The python was not there. The python was gone. He couldn't have gone far, said grandmother. Look under the tub. So what did grandmother say? He will not go very far. It's not that much time. You just look under the tub. We looked under the tub, but the python wasn't there. We left the window open, grandfather said, blushing at his own forgetfulness. He must have gotten out that way. So they all looked under the tub, but the snake was not there. So what did grandfather notice? It, at his own forgetfulness. He's saying, sure, we kept the left the window open. He must have gone. The snake must have gone through the window. A careful search was made of the house, the kitchen, the garden, the stable, and the poultry shed, but the python could not be found anywhere. So they searched everywhere carefully, the kitchen, garden, stable, poultry shed, but the snake was not anywhere. He must have gone over the garden wall, said grandfather. He'll be well away by now. So what did grandfather say? Oh, maybe he might have gone over the garden wall. So he might have gone very far by now. I certainly hope so, said grandmother. So grandmother was a bit relaxed, saying, oh, okay, okay. If it's like that, I hope It has just gone away. Aunt Mabel arrived next day for a 3-week visit. For a couple of days, grandfather and I were little worried that the python would make a sudden reappearance. But on the third day, when he didn't show up, we felt sure he had gone for good. So Aunt Mabel came for 3 weeks. So her visit was for 3 weeks. So for some days, grandfather and the narrator, they were a little bit worried. What if the python comes back? What if the snake comes back suddenly? So first day, second day, third day, when they did not see the snake, they understood, or they might have thought maybe the snake has just gone. And then, toward evening, we were startled by a scream from the garden. Seconds later, Aunt Mabel came flying up the veranda steps. "In the Goa tree!" she gasped. "I was reaching for a Goa when I saw it staring at me, the look in its eyes as though it would eat me alive." So, towards evening, third day, when it became evening, we were all surprised by a scream from the garden. So, who was it? It was Aunt Mabel. She came running, flying from to the veranda steps. "In the Goa tree." So, what is she saying? There is something in the Goa tree. I was going to pluck a Goa, and suddenly I saw something staring at me, as if it wants to eat me. "Calm down, dear," urged grandmother, sprinkling eau de cologne over my aunt. "Tell us, what did you see?" So, calm down, be quiet, be quiet. Just put a bit of cologne is a spray, okay, over the aunt and says, "Yes, yes, you tell me, what did you see?" "A snake," sobbed Aunt Mabel. "A great boa constrictor. It must have been 20 feet long, in the Goa tree. Its eyes were terrible and it looked at me in such an odd way." So what did Aunt Mom? She was sobbing. She was crying. "It's a snake, a very boa constrictor. That is a very big snake. Okay, it must have been 20 feet long." So she's exaggerating. "In the Goa tree, it was looking at me. Its eyes were terrible and it looked at me in such a bad way." My grandparents exchanged glances and grandfather said, "I'll go out and kill it." Taking hold of an umbrella, he sallied out into the garden. But when he got to the Goa tree, the python was gone. So, grandparents, grandmother and grandfather, they looked at each other, and suddenly grandfather said, "Okay, okay, I will go and I will kill it." So he took an umbrella in his hand and he went out to the garden. But when he went to the tree, the python was not there. It was gone. "Aunt Mabel must have frightened it away," I said. So what did the narrator said? Maybe seeing Aunt Mabel, the python must have got scared. This is the end of part 2. I hope you have understood. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.